This show featured 5, count them 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 championship matches. With a molten, white-hot, almost nuclear crowd inside a stadium setting. When pro wrestling gets things right, it's really, really fucking terrific and energizing, isn't it, guys? And my oh my, when this show got things right, I was ready to run through a goddamn brick wall. But I'm not the Hulk, I'm not the Juggernaut bitch. I'm just a normal guy, so don't run through brick walls. It would really goddamn hurt. Unless you're a superhero. Unless you're an average, ordinary, generic movie theme song. If anybody gets that reference, fucking love you guys. But anyway, I'm John Renton with my review of AEW Dynamite Grand Slam from Arthur Ashe Stadium in New York City. This is a 2-match card. The World Tag Title match and the World Title Final match. The crowd helped elevate the rest. So, I am aware of the Rampage spoilers. Please do not post them here. Talk to me on Twitter. And it's going to be interesting to see how they layer that card, because there are some cool moments and it looks like a couple matches that are filler, and I still barely know her, but this is about Dynamite, and man, they got some things right. And then there were some things I didn't care for, and I don't think that's going to shock anybody. So anyway, Excalibur, Taz, and Shivani were the main commentary team. Ian Riccaboni joining for the first match, which makes sense, and I love Ian Riccaboni, great commentator, calls it like a sport. Him and Caprice Coleman are a great commentary team. It wasn't totally full, but this crowd was really goddamn up, and they were loud. They were loud from the beginning. So let's hear it for the Judas. The Grand Wizard himself, Jericho Aniston's here, and it's Claudio versus Jericho for the Ring of Honor World Championship, and referee Aubrey Edwards being the first woman referee to referee a Ring of Honor World Championship match. And that's fucking terrific. It really is. And then the bell rang, and then Claudio herniated every single disc and muscle in his back and probably tore multiple things because Jericho doesn't fucking belong in the ring anymore. When he limits it to mat wrestling and a couple things, he's fine, but this was not good. The crowd was amped for it, and I get why they did what they did, but here's the problem. Now, Ring of Honor, which Ring of Honor only exists on pay-per-view, doesn't have a TV deal. They're using valuable TV time that they should be using for a brand that technically doesn't exist. And yes, acquiring the library means a lot. And sure, you can honor the prestige of these particular championships, but they already have too many championships of their own that they don't give a lot of TV time to, and now they're going to do it for Ring of Honor. And sure, okay, here's the thing. This is now where the fucking Ring of Honor championship belongs. Because Jericho not only hit a suplex to the floor that looked like he fucking broke his goddamn kidneys, burst them like water balloons like he was Abraham Simpson, or Abe Simpson as it were. Not only did he hit one of the worst code breakers ever, not only did they make Aubrey look stupid by having her out of position, he hits a low blow, juice effect 1, 2, 3. Thanks for coming, Claudio. Thanks for signing that goddamn contract. Now you're cut off at the goddamn knees. And Jericho, sure, he's Ring of Honor World Champion. Whoop-de-fucking-do. It doesn't really mean anything. It would have been more on Claudio to drop it to somebody that meant something, because Jericho, by all accounts, has basically just sucked the life out of anybody that he has feuded with. I mean, look at Eddie Kingston. Is Eddie Kingston any better off? Orange Cassidy any better off? A lot of these feuds with Jericho just don't go anywhere. And what's he going to do? Drop it back to Claudio? Who's he going to drop it to? Wheeler Yuta? Who is he going to drop it to? Who's going to benefit? Nobody has benefited from facing off against Chris Jericho. So once again, this is where the fucking goddamn title belongs. This is where it belongs, in the goddamn trash. If I dig through all that stuff, I might find the title. Great fucking job. Great fucking job starting this show basically by featuring Jericho trying to cling to his past glory when that left him in about 2012. Sure, he did the list, and a freaking clipboard was more over than he was at that point. So yeah, good fucking job. And he also made Aubrey look goddamn stupid. So anyway, heavy boos for Swerve and Lee, especially for Swerve. And that was certainly something. Who is Fabulous? Who is that? Who is that? I don't know who that is. Huge pop for the Acclaimed. Who is who, kid? Genuine question. I'm not even knocking. If you're fans of these people, that's fine. I don't know who the fuck they are. Anyway, Max Caster cuts a rap, and it was really good. I encourage you guys to check out the rest of it. But, we're about to make you black like Little Mermaid. We're going to run you out of town like Kumo. And then he makes a comment about it. It's more like Swerve in a glory hole, which is really goddamn good. And then, oh, scissor me daddy. Oh, scissor me daddy. Ass, oh, scissor me. This crowd, they really wanted the Acclaim to win. Now, as much as I love this match, and I really, really do, I think the match at All Out was better. I'm not saying that this was bad. In fact, this was quite good. They recaptured as much of the magic as they could. And the right end result happened. So it was Swerve and Lee against the Acclaimed, Caster and Bowens with Billy Gunn in the corner, who looks better than half the goddamn roster through chemical reasons, but nevertheless, AEW tag title match. Crowd really wanted the Acclaimed to win, and they might have burned shit if they didn't. Lee does a fucking Rana to a pop, huge pop, great shit, really, really big reaction there. Swerve was much more heelish. Lee was even trying to stop him, which means now that they've lost the titles, I think we're going to get Swerve turning on Lee in a rematch possibly, and then we're going to get them having a feud into Full Gear, which is coming up in about, 6 weeks, I think. So, they did go to a suicide prevention ad where Kingston, Hobbs, and Aubrey Edwards were talking, and I want to say right now, you aren't alone. If you're dealing with that, reach out. There are people out there to help you. I'm not a doctor. I don't play one on TV. I'm just an idiot wrestling fan. Willing to talk to you guys, find me on Twitter. Find me on Twitter, talk about this stuff. I suffer from depression, anxiety, and a whole bunch of stuff. I know how it is. It's a bitch. We're all struggling, but you're not alone. Now, back to the show proper. Caster, he suplexes Lee to a pop, and the pace was good. We got some really good near falls. Lee tosses Bowens onto the stage, or the ramp rather, and then he misses a second rope moonsault, which is impressive. Impressive that he did that. Lee's a hell of an athlete. They did a boombox botch where Lee accidentally got hit by Swerve, and then 1, 2, but not they couldn't quite capitalize on it because Caster tried to do something. I don't know if it's because Lee was out of position or what he did, but he jammed his knee. I'm not sure why they did that. It was a bit weird, just the way they shot it. So Caster's favoring his knee, and they go back and forth, and then Swerve does a 450 leg drop, stares down with Billy Gunn, and then Rick Knox, because he's the worst referee in the history of wrestling, is out of position. Famous serve by Billy Gunn on the outside, round the outside. He tosses them back in there because Rick Knox, again, doesn't see any of this because he has no object permanence or any blood left in his system. But, positive. Bowens hits the slam. Mic drop from Caster. 1, 2, 3. I think Caster's all right because he wasn't lit. I hope Caster's all right. God, I would hate for this title reign to be interrupted after that big thing. But mic drop. 1, 2, 3 to an absolute fucking roar. Incredible. Great goddamn reaction. Really great reaction. I fucking love that. Big pop. I still say the pay-per-view match is better. This is the better moment. The pay-per-view match is better. That's the way I'll equate them. Big, big moment for the Acclaimed. Congratulations. Give them the championship. Have the championships till at least Revolution, I'd say. They fucking deserved it. This was really goddamn... They really wanted them to win, and they fucking willed them to win, and it was really fucking cool to see this happen. And then confetti explodes all over the ring, and then Lexi Nair is interviewing FTR, interrupted by the Guns. The Guns mock them for their lack of TV time. Okay, I mean, are we going to get the Guns competing for one of those tag titles? Now they're making it a running gag that FTR don't get that much TV time because, oh yeah, the Bucks didn't want to put them over in the third match, and now they're suspended. So is Omega, and so is Punk. And honestly, much as I love Punk, I don't really want to see any of them back. If none of them are back, I don't really think the show's going to miss a beat. So anyway, Shivani is interviewing Wheeler Yuta on the stage. MJF interrupts. And, hey, Shivani, how you doing, you fat old prick? And then he's just laying into him. He's saying, oh, these people adore me. They drink my spit. I could sleep with the guys' wives and they wouldn't say anything. But I wouldn't because I have standards. But I love you guys because he's just so fucking good at this. Wheeler then mentions about MJF's fiance. Well, maybe she's going to see how you really were and who you really are. And then she's going to leave you just like you left us. That was a good line by Yuta. That was a good line. Yuta's getting a little more confident. Obviously, MJF ended up just killing him on the mic here. But he says, well, the Blackpool Combat Club, he can get advice. Well, he can't really get advice from Moxley. But talk to Regal. Hey, Willie, can you teach me how to pop pills? I mean, Regal's open about his substance abuse stuff, and it was good. And then they have a brief brawl. Shivani gets shoved and almost deflates. It was incredible. I mean, Shivani's 62, so him to take any kind of bump, good for him. Because he's never really done that. He's just been an announcer. And then William Ass Morrissey, the former Big Cass, he attacks Yuta, and then we get the ring shot, and security comes out. So, okay, MJF feuding with Yuta, Feuda as it were. Okay, it's a way to extend this whole thing going into Full Gear, where MJF hopefully will be the victor and hold the championship from Full Gear to at least Double or Nothing. They gotta justify these monster reactions and give him what he deserves. Backstage with Jade, Kira, and Layla Gray, my goodness. Interrupted by Diamante and Trina. I don't know who Trina is. I am not knocking. I don't know who this is. Jade versus Diamante. It's going to be a match that happens. That's that much for sure. Pac versus Orange Cassidy. Speaking of matches that happened. All Atlantic Championship. Okay. People like Orange Cassidy. That's fine. I don't. Pac should have beaten him flat. Beaten him quick. And he sold way too much. Couple DDT cells. And then they're outside at the ring announcer table. And Pac has to hit Orange Cassidy with the bell hammer behind the ref's back, or while the referee doesn't see, and then covers him 1, 2, 3. He needs to cheat with a hammer to beat a guy that doesn't look like he could whip butter. I know that Orange Cassidy isn't bad in the ring, but I'm sorry, the gimmick's stupid, it's overplayed, and it's made Pac look weak. He had to use a hammer to beat a guy like that. Anyway, and then we go to Britt with Rebel versus Serena versus Athena versus Toni Storm 4-way women's title match. And I'm glad all these women got TV time. The crowd evidently didn't give two shits. They sat on their hands. And this is not the fault of Toni. Athena's fine. Serena's good but bland. Britt is overexposed and hasn't really done much of anything for a while. And this was a mess. Just wasn't good. They tried, but it wasn't good. Britt got her nose busted. At this point, I don't think that Britt's going to be wrestling long before she has to go to dentistry full time, because that's like at least the third time her nose has been busted. So suddenly, Toni gets a roll up 1, 2, 3. Aftermath, Britt attacks Toni, and then Jamie. Jesus, oh boy, Jesus. I saw that, I go, Jamie, wear that outfit more. Seriously, Jamie is just fucking great. She's improved so much in the ring. Great style. And yeah, she's fucking gorgeous. But she comes down. Oh, she's going to attack Britt? Nope, she's on Britt's side. They're nursing this thing out probably until Full Gear, I imagine. And we're getting a big old beat down everything. Athena gets tossed out. Nobody's coming to help, no security, no nothing. Suddenly music plays. Who is it? Oh, it's Soraya, the former Paige. Huge pop. Huge. I am shocked the roof didn't buckle and cave in. Big reaction. And Miss Old Slinky Neck sticks her goddamn head out and is looking around and everything and does that bird deal where she's doing that, give me the drinking bird. And the song was zombified by Falling in Reverse. By the way, that's Paige's either boyfriend or husband, Ronnie Radke, who is a sexist and homophobic and bigoted piece of shit that deserves every bit of ridicule that he gets. And Paige shows up, or Soraya, rather, with the song played to the ring by, her sexist, bigoted husband. And cool. So she's there, she gets a huge pop, soaks in the adulation, and then does this. And it's like, oh, come on, yeah, fight me. Somebody that wouldn't be fucking cleared for a while. I don't know what doctor cleared her. Look, if she can wrestle, fine. If she can do this stuff, that's fine. But she really wasn't able to do anything in late 2017, early 2018, when she came back briefly. I'm just saying that some people, when your time's done, maybe you shouldn't do it. Now, yes, we didn't think Bryan Danielson was going to come back. We didn't think Edge was going to come back. And other people came back and did that stuff. I just don't, those are rare exceptions. A lot of people try to come back and they just end up in way worse shape. If Soraya is cleared, good for her. Just going to say right now, though, the fact that she continues to make bad choices as far as guys she dates, and I was with her, the sex tape stuff, bullshit. She shouldn't have been made fun of for that. That was bad. Then the Alberto Del Mio, you can squirt a little, squirt a lot. Have fun in seeing that. That relationship, that proved that it was really, really goddamn toxic. And then ever since then, Soraya has just shown herself to be a goddamn idiot that continues to make bad choices. And you know what? You want to continue to defend the person that you're with and everything, despite all evidence showcasing that he is one of the worst human beings out there. Fine. You fucking deserve every bit of ridicule you get now. Good for Slinky Neck. She's there. Hopefully she doesn't pop a goddamn, staple in her neck and she doesn't end up a fucking vegetable. Yeah, a bit harsh. Don't really fucking care. Good job, Soraya. You're back. She's on her 5th return, her 7th face. Anyway, so package on Darby carrying a body bag through the subway into a taxi. I'm attending a funeral. We're at Arthur Ashe. Rampage Grand Slam. Sting and Darby versus House of Black with Julia Hart. No DQ match. They got a golden ticket. Battle Royal here. Because we need another Battle Royal. Uno, 10, Roosh, Lethal, Archer, Penta, Hangman, Silver, and Reynolds. Let's keep rewarding Hangman despite the shit he did. But, that being said, I don't know who's going to win that. And again, don't mention it here, but it's for a future title shot against Moxley. Maybe Hangman will win. Maybe it'll be Penta. Maybe it'll be Roosh. No, he already beat Roosh. Anyway, Jaden Diamante. Hook and Action Bronson against Parker and Menard. Jungle Boy and Phoenix taking on each other. Eddie Kingston versus Sammy Guevara. And Wardlow and Samoa Joe versus Woods and Nice. And Starks and Hobbs in a lights out match. Just going right to the goddamn big stipulation match. Wild thing, you make the Ashes sing. Of course, Arthur Ashe ain't singing much anymore, but nevertheless. So we get a big pop for Danielson as well. Danielson versus Moxley, AEW World Title Final. I'm going to say what this match basically was. Big fight feel, kicks, strikes, kick, punch, it's all in the mind. And I don't know if they have much mind left because they just beat the shit out of each other. We did get a nice back and forth, some good stuff there. Super back suplex by Danielson. Danielson sold his ankle from the previous week. More strikes. Death Rider for 2. Death Rider on the stage. Danielson rolls in the ring. Mox tries to get the cover. That doesn't work. And because it's just a 2 count. And then he gets a Bulldog choke on. And Danielson passes out. So new champion for the 3rd time, Jon Moxley. Okay. So now it's Moxley versus MJF locked in at Full Gear. Don't do it before. Do it there. And put the title on MJF there. And if you have to do it through shenanigans, fine. But it is what it is. Overall, 2 pretty goddamn good matches. And then the other stuff I talked about. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm Jonathan. I'll see you soon.